Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's time for the second semi-final of ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. And lineups are out for both the teams. And host England will square off against South Africa at the Kennington Oval in London. तो दूसरा मुकाबला semi-final का. And there are both the playing 11s are out. And the road to ICC World Cup 26 final narrows down even further, and South Africa will battle for the remaining spot in the summit clash. वैसे England, familiar with the home conditions, have looked every bit the title contenders throughout the tournament. तो पूरे टूर्नामेंट में अच्छे फॉर्म में रहे हैं. While South Africa have again demonstrated their resilience to reach the knockout stage. With a place in the final at stake, expect an intense battle between the two well-balanced sides. So if we talk about the previous games, पिछले कुछ games की अगर बात करें, England have enjoyed a flawless campaign as they have won all 5 of their group games and are still unbeaten at this World Cup. तो ये एक बहुत अच्छी बात है यहाँ पे इंग्लैंड के लिए, unbeaten है. If we look at the previous 5 match forms for both the teams, अगर पिछले recent 5 matches की अगर हम बात करेंगे, England they have not lost any of this game in their recent 5 matches. On the other hand, South Africa अच्छे फॉर्म में है, वो भी अच्छे फॉर्म में है. And if you look at their previous 5 games, they have won 4 and lost 1. So both the teams are in pretty good form. But England receive a big boost ahead of today's massive clash. Nat Shiver-Brunt, who had missed England last 3 matches due to a calf injury, has recovered and is fully fit for today's contest. तो आज Nat Shiver-Brunt फिर से आ चुके हैं साइड में, and she is fully fit and is expected to lead the home side against Protea women. तो चलिए, टॉस हो चुका है, टॉस is done and South Africa women have won the toss and decided to bowl first. Welcome everyone who have joined us on the YooCric. And let's talk about the playing 11 for England. They have just made one change. As everyone knows, the skipper is back. Nat Shiver-Brunt, after missing previous few games, she's back into the side. And if we talk about the changes की अगर हम बात करते हैं, तो एक ही change है. And let's see the playing 11. Dan Nicol Wat-Hodge, Amy Jones, Nat Shiver-Brunt, the skipper, back into the side after injury. Alice Capsey, Heather Knight, Freya Kemp, Dan Gibson, Charlie Dean, Sophie Eccleston, Lindsay Smith and Lauren Bell. Playing 11 for England's women today. They have just made one change, and that's Nat Shiver-Brunt replacing Sophia Dunkley. Okay, let's have a look. Playing 11 दूसरी टीम की बात करते हैं. Let's have a look at the playing 11 for other team. देखते हैं दूसरी टीम की playing 11 किस तरह है. South Africa. Okay, South Africa playing 11 won the toss, deciding to bowl first. एक change की है. They have just made one change, and that is Sune Loos replacing Dane Van Niekerk. अगर उनकी playing 11 की बात करेंगे, they have Laura Wolvaardt, the captain, the opening batter for the team, Tasnim Brits, Sune Loos, Annie Dickerson, Marison Cap, Nadine de Klerk, Lo Tryon, Sinalo Jafta, the wicketkeeper batter, Shabnim Ismail, Ayabonga Khaka, and Kulelu Mlaba. We'll just say Mlaba. So yeah, both the teams, दोनों ही teams ने एक change की है. And देखते हैं ये मुकाबला कैसा रहता है. If we talk about the pitch report, तो pitch की हालात, it feels there is a good grass cover, and the spinners will have something to do with at the back end of the game, and the new ball will do a little bit due to the grass, but the oval pitch is beautiful to bat on, and it isn't going to change a lot tonight. तो देखते हैं कैसा रहता है. We think it's a good pitch, and it's a third game over here. It's a little bit dry, and it will grip. Excellent ground and 2 superb teams. मज़ा आएगा. I think ये game काफ़ी interesting रहेगा. तो देखते हैं. और अच्छी बात यह है इंग्लैंड के लिए, the captain is back. Nat Shiver-Brunt is back after missing last 3 games for the team, and it's a huge game. Second semi-final of women's T20 वर्ल्ड कप। तो यार दोनों ही टीम के चेंजेस की बात कर लिए। हेड टू हेड रिकॉर्ड्स की अगर हम बात करेंगे तो मोस्ट ऑफ द गेम्स आर वॉन बाय इंग्लैंड, सो दे हैव द एडवांटेज। होम ग्राउंड है तो एक एडवांटेज रहेगा। एंड विथ इंग्लैंड एमिंग टू कैपिटलाइज ऑन होम एडवांटेज and South Africa chasing their maiden Women's T20 World Cup title, Thursday semi-final promises to be a gripping contest. मज़ा आने वाला है। And I think we are very close to the game time. जैसे कि हमने पहले भी कहा है कि both the teams playing 11 are out. And let's again have a close look. Okay, this is England. तो देखते हैं कुछ ही, I think just 2 minutes, 1 minute more. It's time for national anthems. Out come the match officials. Officials बाहर आ चुके हैं. They are followed by the players from both the sides. And it will be South Africa's national anthem first, followed by England's. तो यार बहुत ही अच्छा मैच होने की संभावना है। एंड देखते हैं कौन जीतेगा। Let's add a live poll before that, and let's see who you guys are supporting in this one. देखते हैं आप लोग कौन सी टीम को सपोर्ट कर रहे हो इस मैच में। Okay, the poll is live in the chat section. And सभी का स्वागत है। Welcome everyone to the channel. This is second semi-final of Women's T20 World Cup. And lineups are, players are ready. And it's Amy Jones and Danny Watchalong, the opening batters for England. Shabnim Ismail is taking the new ball for South Africa. तो नई गेंद के साथ शुरुआत करेंगे इस्माइल और ओपनिंग बैटर्स होंगे एमी जोन्स और डैनी वैटहॉज। तो यार बस जस्ट अ मिनट अवे, ऑलमोस्ट सेट हो चुके हैं गेम टाइम के लिए। तो यार जस्ट मिनट अवे। लेट्स सी पावर प्ले किस तरह का रहेगा एंड क्या मदद मिलने वाली है पहले 6 ओवर्स में। लेट्स सी दैट। Okay, we are all set. It's time for the live action. And here we go. Amy Jones, 110 innings, 1800 plus runs in a T20 career. And players are almost ready. Field is set. You're just about to see that first ball. देखते हैं पहली गेंद किस तरह की शुरुआत रहेगी। मैरिजन कैप। Okay, it's not Shabmin Ismail. लगता है they have made a change at the end. It's Marizan Cap जो शुरुआत करेंगे नई गेंद के साथ। Players are entering. We are all set for the game. Live poll भी शुरू हो चुकी है. There's a live poll going on in the chat section where you can vote and support for your favorite team. Danny Watchalong, 164 innings, 3600 plus runs in a T20 career. Okay, here we go. We're all set. Countdown begins. Second semi-final of the Women's World Cup 2026. So here we go. First ball. देखते हैं पहली गेंद की शुरुआत। Starts off with the dot ball. डॉट बॉल के साथ यहाँ पे शुरुआत हो चुकी है। चलिए देखते हैं यहाँ पे। Yet to see that first run. देखते हैं पहले 6 overs. Let's see how many runs we'll see in the first 6 overs. That would be crucial. Cap starts from over the wicket. Balls a gentle away swinger. Out swing के साथ यहाँ पे शुरुआत करते हुए Jones leaves it alone to a keeper. And here we go. First runs on the board. Amy Jones gets off the mark with a single towards that square leg. एक्सपीरियंस बैटर्स, दोनों ही बहुत ही एक्सपीरियंस बैटर्स है इंग्लैंड के लिए। एंड देखते हैं आज किस तरह की शुरुआत मिलती है। इस बार थोड़ी फुलर थी, गुड लेंथ थी, आउटसाइड ऑफ की गेंद थी। दिस टाइम इट विल बी अ डॉट। एंड दैट्स प्रीटी गुड स्टार्ट फॉर साउथ अफ्रीका। टॉस जीतकर गेंदबाजी का फैसला किया है। जस्ट वन ऑफ दैट फर्स्ट 3 बॉल्स। देखते हैं आने वाली 3 गेंदें। That's just beautiful. Good delivery again. Another dot ball. Last 2 balls of this over. So far just a single, एक ही रन आई है। And that's pretty good start for Madison Cap. And with that single, Danny Watt, she gets off the mark as well. तो दोनों ही खिलाड़ी यहाँ पे अपना खाता खोल चुके हैं। Danny Watt has been in the form of her life in this tournament with 282 runs. She's comfortably leading the run scorer and loves any bit of width. अगर width मिलता है तो अच्छे shots लगाते हैं। After 4 dots in a row, Watt, Hodge and England are off the mark now. Let's see last ball. आखिरी गेंद देखते हैं। And single again. And that's a pretty good start. अच्छी शुरुआत यहाँ पे। South Africa women just 3 runs from that first over. England 3 for none after first over. And let's see who's gonna bowl the next one. And power play would be important for both the teams. देखते हैं अगर एवरेज स्कोर की बात करेंगे, if we look at the average score on this ground, should be anywhere around 160, 170 is the average score. And the match is being played at Kennington Oval, London. Shabnam Ismail back into the attack with a first over. And she'll ball from other end. दूसरी ओर से गेंदबाजी करेंगे शबनम इस्माइल। तो देखते हैं उन्हें किस तरह की शुरुआत मिलती है। पहले ओवर में सिर्फ 3 आए थे। And she will operate from the other end. Excellent start from Cap. Just 3 singles from that first over. Another pacer. Right arm fast medium. Shabnam Ismail. And here we go. Starts off with the wicket. And that's the first breakthrough. पहला झटका यहाँ पे लग चुका है। And this time Amy Jones, she's caught out. And there you go, first wicket in the second over. And Shabnam Ismail strikes in her first ball. And that's a great start for South Africa. Getting an early breakthrough. And Annie Dickerson making no mistake. And she's caught by Dixon. Amy Jones departs for just 2. 2 बनाकर फिर से लौटेंगे। इंग्लैंड 3 पर 1 है। और एक बेहतरीन शुरुआत यहाँ पे साउथ अफ्रीका के लिए। एंड शी स्ट्राइक्स फर्स्ट बॉल और बड़ी विकेट मिली है। एमी जोन्स इनिशियल प्रेशर क्रिएट करने की कोशिश। नेट शिवर ब्रंट, राइट हैंडेड बैटर, कम्स टू द क्रीज। And now they would be looking for a new partnership. The skipper, after missing last 3 games, she's back into the semi-finals. तो semi-finals में आ चुके हैं. पिछले 3 मैच मिस किए थे. Now let's see how she gets the start today after coming back from the injury. Yeah, she stays away, gets off the mark. पहली गेंद पे यहाँ पे अपना अकाउंट खोल चुके हैं. And if you look at that delivery, and that was a cut straight into the safe hands of Dickerson. At point पे catch आया था. And not the best of deliveries from Ismail, but they will take that. And getting that single off that mid-off region, Nat Shiver. Let's see, we are yet to see that first big hit of the innings. Both the batters are on 1 run. And here we go, that's the first boundary. Dan Nicolviat. First boundary of this innings. And now they would be looking for some good hits. अब यहाँ पे तलाश होगी कुछ चौके छक्कों की. देखते हैं. Power play is still going on. And finding the gap towards that third man region. Nicely played. And that's a good comeback after getting that first wicket. Nicolviat, she's been good form, अच्छे form में है वैसे इस टूर्नामेंट में. देखते हैं अगली 3 गेंद. And this time they'll get bonus runs. It's wide plus boundary. And they'll take it. England यहाँ पे खुश हो जाएंगे इस एक्स्ट्रा रनों के साथ. That's 5 extras of that 4th ball. After that excellent start, getting that wicket of Amy Jones. 10 runs already from first 3 balls. 10 पहले ही 3 गेंदों पे आ चुकी है. And देखते हैं. And here we go, another boundary. Boundary number 2 for Dan. And she's showing this time. She's in brilliant form. अभी तक इस टूर्नामेंट के हाईएस्ट रन गेटर है. और फिलहाल बहुत ही अच्छी बैटिंग करते हुए 282 runs. And she's the leading run scorer. Still 2 balls to go. And it's an expensive over now. Even after getting that wicket मिला है फिर भी expensive over होगा. Last 2 balls. देखते हैं से Ismail, how she'll make a comeback. Here we go, another boundary. And now if we look at that, it's a hat trick or it's a 4 boundaries in a row. लगातार यहाँ पे चौथा चौका लगा है, but we're gonna have a check. तो वेट करते हैं यहाँ पे. And let's check if it's a boundary or not. Welcome everyone on the YooCric. You're watching second semi-final of Women's World Cup. Between there's a live poll still going on in the chat section where you can vote and support for your favorite team. तो देखते हैं फिलहाल boundary check is still going on. Let's wait for it. And so far it was a good start from South Africa. But now they are giving away runs. And Danny Hotwaj has been the standout batter of this World Cup. And don't be surprised if she delivers another 40 or 50 plus knock today. देखते हैं आखिरी बॉल पे. Still a ball to go and the boundary check is still going on. So let's just wait it. Okay, it's just 2 runs saved. And with that single, that's the end of the over. And that's an expensive one from Shabmin Ismail. Even after getting a wicket मिला है फिर भी काफी महंगा over. 17 runs and a wicket from it. England 20 for 1 after 2. 20 पर 1 है. And देखते हैं. After that wicket, she has been expensive. Let's see who'll ball the next over. And Nico White, she's on 12 of 7. Let's see how skipper plays today for the team. आज देखना होगा Natural Brent की बल्लेबाजी किस तरह की रहती है. Marizan Cap back into the attack, starts off with a dot ball. And there goes another wicket. And Marizan Cap, she gets her first wicket as well, but we just have to wait. Is there a wicket? Yeah, she's been bowled out. She's been bowled out. Right. And there we go. It's dangerous looking. 10 Wet Horse. She departs for 12. And this time she's been bowled out. इस बार बोल्ड कर दिया है Marizan Cap ने. And that's a huge wicket. England losing their second one. And now they're 24-2. And that was just brilliant ball from Marizan Cap. Straight through her. Cap picks the massive wicket. चलिए यहाँ पे after that expensive over and a wicket taking over. And now it's looking like South Africa back in the rhythm. ऐसा लग रहा है कि अब धीरे धीरे थोड़े से वापसी कर रहे हैं इस गेम में. देखते हैं पावर प्ले स्टिल ऑन and they would be still looking for some runs. Alice Capsey, new battery at number 4. 50 innings, 1000 plus runs in a T20 career. And now they'll be looking for another good partnership. And that's a ripper from Cap. South Africa get a solid start, sending both the English openers back into the shed. Inside the third over, तो एक अच्छी शुरुआत है क्योंकि दोनों ही ओपनिंग बैटर्स फिर से लौट चुके हैं पेविलियन. So far it's a good start for Cap as well. And there you go. Alice Capsey starts with a dot. And there you go. So far 3 dots and a wicket in this over. And there you go, another dot ball. Just 2 balls left in those. Will this be a wicket maiden over for Marizan Cap? And with that single, Alice Capsey, she gets off the mark. Single towards that mid wicket. Last ball of this over. And just a single again. And that's the end of the over. That's an excellent one from Cap. एक बेहतरीन ओवर हम कहते हैं यहाँ पे मैरिसन कैप की. Just 2 runs and a wicket coming from it. England 22 for 2 after 3. Still 3 overs are left in this power play. Ismail back into the attack with a second one, and that's a terrific over from Cap. इस्माइल फिर से आएंगे, देखते हैं दूसरी ओवर लेकर. And starts off with a leg bye. Okay, they're gonna have a check. देखते हैं LBW. Is there a chance of a wicket? Let's see. Appeal for leg before. But umpire was not interested, so now we're gonna have a look. They're taking the DRS now. And let's wait for the ball tracker. Okay, they have lost it. Looked like it was going down leg. But that was a good length delivery. But this time they lost their review. The review गवा चुके हैं. First ball of this over. The impact, it was a good length delivery on the middle. Hitting that front pad while trying to flick. But yeah, they have lost it. The impact is outside leg. Not out it stays and South Africa lose a review. तो एक और review यहाँ पे गवा चुके हैं. And they lose first and they still have one. Here we go, another appeal and it's been given. This time they'll get the wicket. After losing a review, what a comeback from Ismail. एक बहुत ही शानदार वापसी शबनम इस्माइल की. And it's Alice Capsey. फिर से LBW after missing previous one. But this time it's been given. That looks plumb. And yes, umpire raises her finger. इस बार नहीं बचेंगे. And that's a wicket. And there you go, Alice Capsey. Not her day today. सिर्फ एक रन बनाकर फिर से लौटेंगे pavilion. This time Capsey opts against challenging the decision. तो यहाँ पे review नहीं लेंगे. Yeah, they had a chat. Capsey had a chat with the skipper, but opts against the review this time. Brilliant wicket to wicket bowling from the experienced bowler Shabnam Ismail. And here we go, another experienced batter in the crease. Hit the night. 126 innings, 2500 plus runs in a T20 career. Starts off with a dot ball. And so far, if you look at this innings, they have just hit 2 boundaries and they have lost 3 wickets now. Hit the night, right-handed batters come to the crease. This time it was a good length delivery on the 4th stump line. Knight ne tabhi defend kiya tha, but now they'll get a first run as well. Knight gets off the mark with a single. England would be in bit of pressure, but they have two experienced batter on the crease. Nat Shiva-Brunt, who's back after the injury, and hit the Knight, a well-experienced batter again. Still 2 balls left in this over. देखते हैं आखिरी 2 गेंद. Just 2 singles and a wicket so far. And this has been really terrific bowling from both the bowlers. Shubman Ismail, Madison Cap putting the pressure on the batters in the first power play. Early breakthrough दिलाया team के लिए. And here we go, another dot ball. Oh, the ultra edge replay on the Caps's dismissal shows an inside edge. Capsy didn't think there was any and did not take the view that would have saved her. बच गए यहाँ पे. That was just unlucky for her. Last ball of this over. And there you go, boundary. And Nat Shiva-Brunt gets her first boundary as well. And what a shot to end this over. 4 from that last ball. And that's a terrific shot from the English keeper. 6 runs and a wicket. England 28 for 3 after 4. Still 2 overs are left in this power play. Madison Cap back into the attack, starts off with a dot ball. तो डॉट के साथ यहाँ पे शुरुआत हो चुकी है. This would be a crucial partnership between Nat and Heather Knight. This time missing the line. यहाँ पे wide दिया गया है. It's a wide. And that's a good ball again, another dot ball. That's much better line from Cap. Both the bowlers have been really economical in this power play. Especially Madison Cap. अच्छी गेंदबाजी की है. Again no run. And there you go, this time just a single. यहाँ पे कोशिश यही होगी इंग्लैंड बैटर्स की कि एक पार्टनरशिप यहाँ से बिल्ड करे. They would be looking for a good solid partnership. तीन गेंदें बची अभी भी, देखते हैं. This time it was full outside off. Cap squeezes to drive to the left on mid-on. There you go, another single. Just 2 balls to go. Yeah, that will be a single leg by. Getting that single by towards that mid wicket. So far in this over, just 4 runs coming from it. And let's see, आखिरी गेंद पे क्या देखेंगे. Let's see what will we see from that last ball. So far, it's been a good over from Cap. And single again to end this over. That's a fine over from Madison Cap. Just 5 runs coming from it. England women 33 for 3 after 5. 33 पर 3 है 5 ओवर के बाद. Nat Shiva on 7. Hit the Knight on 3. And they just have 1 over left in this power play. Let's see how many runs they'll get from this last 6 balls. And will there be any bowling change? So far, they have just used 2 bowlers. And if you look at the scoreboard, Amy Jones, she got out for 2. Dan Nicole Viathoj, she got out for 12. Alice Capsey, just a single. LBW by Ismail. Here we go, uphill again. But this time umpire is not interested, just a dot ball. And it would be interesting, will they fight back and be on the right side of the result this time? क्योंकि ऐसा ही कुछ हुआ था in the semi-finals 2023. It was South Africa who knocked them out in the semi-finals. And then again in the ODI World Cup in 2025. Ismail back into the attack with a 3rd over. And that's a good start. Back-to-back dot balls. So far, bowlers have done really well for South Africa. After winning the toss, opting to bowl first. शुरुआत अच्छी मिली है, टॉस जीती है, बट कामयाब रहे 3 विकेट्स लेने में. एंड पावर प्ले they still have 4 balls left. Can we see any boundaries or something? देखते हैं आखिरी 4 गेंदें. And that's hat-trick dots now. Brilliant start for Ismail. बहुत ही अच्छी line and length, and it has given as first bounce as well. तो पहला बाउंस यहाँ पे दे चुके हैं. And it is proving to be a good over. And that's another good ball. Now 4 dots in a row. Struggling to get any runs. And they know that this is the final over of the power play. जानते हैं कि आखिरी ओवर है. But runs बनाना इतना आसान नहीं लग रहा है. Pacers have bowled really well so far in this power play, putting that additional pressure after losing 3 wickets. Just 2 balls left. And there you go, that's the first run. And Nat Shiva finally getting a run in this over. Just good deliveries from Ismail. And with that, just a ball left in this power play. Last ball of this over. देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद पे हम क्या देख पाएंगे. क्या जाते जाते एक बाउंड्री यहाँ पे ढूंढ पाएंगे. The Knight Even she's struggling yet to find a first boundary as well. देखते हैं आखिरी बॉल. And there you go, just a single. Excellent over from Shabmin Ismail. Just 2 runs of that last over of the power play. And the Pacers have done the job for South Africa women in the first 6 overs. England 35 for 3 after 6. Yeah, it's time for drinks break, so stay tuned. We'll be right back shortly. जल्दी लौटेंगे छोटे से drinks break के बाद. So stay tuned. We'll be right back and resume the game after the drinks break. Okay, we are back again, and is there something special on this pitch? क्या कुछ खास है इस pitch पे? And England, the struggle, they're still struggling to find runs. Here we go, we are back after the power play. And this is the third match being played on it. And it feels like it's quite dry underneath. There's plenty of grass, so some movement was expected. And that ball, she bowled to Danny Viat-Hodge. That was a ripper. Madison Camp back into the attack with a final over. Starts off with a dot and then there's a single. अभी तक की अच्छी शुरुआत हम कह सकते हैं. And so far, if you look at the odds, and let's see who's more favorites to win this one. And currently, it's going to be quite tough. South Africa are at close to 60% favorites after the power play. England women are at around 40%. Back-to-back singles. That was a good delivery, back of the length, outside off. Knight, she opens the face. And if you look at the timeline, we have not seen a boundary after 5th over. From that 5th over, Cap getting a single towards that mid wicket. Last 2 balls left in this over. And let's see the experienced pair of Nat Shiva-Brunt and hit the net. There you go. That's a boundary. Second one for Nat Shiva-Brunt. And this is the importance of these 2 batters. They have a huge rebuilding job on their hands. And let's see, can they do it from here? And Madison Cap bowling her full quota of 4 overs in one uninterrupted spell. And first boundary of Cap today. Last ball and it's a dot ball again. And there's a great shot from Shiva-Brunt towards that deep mid wicket. Only boundary in this over. 7 runs coming from it. England women 42 for 3 after 7. तो देखते हैं अभी तक इस मैच में थोड़े से फेवरेट है वैसे साउथ अफ्रीका, बट लेट्स सी इट्स स्टिल हेड टू हेड एंड द गेम कैन गो एनीवेयर. And Madison Cap ends with the exceptional figures of 1 for 16 from her 4 overs. And there you go. That's the first change. Pehli bowling change. And that's Ayabonga Kaka with the first over. And there you go, Kaka starts off with a single. Partnership of 20 in 23 balls between Nat Shiva and Heather Knight. And first change in bowling in this first innings. That was a good land delivery. Another single. And they're slowly rebuilding the innings. And South Africa would be looking for another breakthrough. They knew it. If they get a wicket here, they could add some more control. Here we go. That's a boundary, and that's the first one for Heather Knight. Just great batting from her. And towards that square third man region. बहुत ही अच्छा शॉट लगाया था इस बार हेथर नाइट ने. And now we are seeing some momentum with the runs for England women. And the boundary takes the England score above the runner ball. So finally now they are playing at the run rate of 6+ now. Just 2 runs away from the 50 on the scoreboard. And that's the first dot ball of this over. Just 2 balls left. This time they'll get 2. finding the gap, but not enough to get the boundary, but they'll get two. And with that, England in the 8th over, they have reached their 50 on the scoreboard. Nicely played towards that deep backward point for a couple of runs. Last ball of this over, and it's a dot ball. डॉट बॉल के साथ इस ओवर को खत्म किया है, and that's the end of the over. 8 runs coming from it. England women 50 for 3 after 8. And we are yet to see any spin attack. They have just used pacer so far in first 8 overs. And let's see who will be the next bowler for South Africa women. So far the game is going neck to neck. Both the teams are equally favorites to win this game at this point. And 35 for 3 is the joint lowest power play total for England women, alongside as many against Ireland in this tournament. And first sign of spin, Mlaba into the attack. Starts off with the dot ball. Left arm orthodox. Mlaba comes into the attack. And there you go, third umpire. And they're taking a review. And now we're gonna have a check. Let's see if it's hitting the stump. What's the impact? Mlaba with a first over review for the leg before. And I think there's no bat. Let's have a check. Let's see if there's any bat. And South Africa taking their second review. Shiva Brunt goes for a reverse sweep. Once hits the pad. Trying to go for a reverse sweep. Completely misses it. Appeal for LBW is turned down. But South Africa have taken their review. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे विकेट बनता है या नहीं. इम्पैक्ट कहाँ है देखते हैं. Yes, there is a spike on Ultra Edge. And I think they'll lose this one as well. Yeah, South Africa losing another review. And that's another poor review from South Africa. And the original decision of not out is upheld. And here we go back into the game. Starts off with a single. And there is a big spike, a big inside edge on this one, and there was no chance. That's a poor review. Back to back single, rotating the strike. They know the game, they have the experience. तो दोनों ही बल्लेबाज काफी experienced है इंग्लैंड के लिए, जानते हैं किस तरह से strike rotate करना है and how to build a partnership from here. And there you go, another single towards that short third man. Yeah, that was nicely played. And here we go, finding the gap this time. And at the night. That's played perfectly. And that's a 4. And now they're getting boundary every over. And finding the gap towards that backward square leg. And just a single to end this over again. And if you look at their previous overs, they are playing at around 7 to 8 runs they're getting every over. So maintaining the current run rate of 6.5. England 58 for 3 after 9. And if you look at the upcoming batters, let's have a look at the upcoming batters for England women. They have Freya Kemp, Dan Gibson, Charlie Dean, Sophie Eccleston, Lindsay Smith, and Lauren Bell. So they still have some depth in the batting. Few all-rounders. Nadine de Klerk, another change in the ball. 75 innings, 64 wickets in a T20 career. देखते हैं अब नडीन डी क्लर्क क्या कमाल दिखाते हैं. She's a right arm medium pacer. And South Africa looking for another breakthrough. Partnership of 36 of 35 now. Getting that single towards that square leg region. And there you go, another boundary. And this time Nat Shiva-Brunt. That's a great shot. The scoreboard is ticking. And now they're getting the runs. Partnership of 40 of 36. And that's a much needed partnership. Towards that deep square leg again. Third boundary for Shiva-Brunt. Excellent placement from the skipper. This time they'll get 2. And now they're getting runs. Both the batters are playing well at this moment and building this partnership slowly. Last 2 balls. And now we are at the 10th over, close to that halfway mark. Single at the mid wicket. And with that we have reached towards that final ball. And if you look at this over, 9 runs. Still a ball to go. And the run rate is keep on increasing after every over. And single again to end this over. And that's a good over for England. 10 runs coming from it. 10 run ice over में. 68 for 3 after 10. And at the halfway mark, 10 overs are done. And if you look at the projected score from here, and if you look at the forecast of runs from here, I think England should go anywhere around 140, 150. And if you look at the average score on this ground, that is around 160, 170. Let's see how many they'll get. But right now they are batting really well. Partnership of 45 of 40. Nat Shiva Brunt 24 of 23, 3 boundaries from her. And hit the night 21 of 20, 2 boundaries from her as well. And there is a change in the ball again. It's a low try on. Another new bowler has been introduced by South Africa. Starts off with a dot ball. And that's a good shot. And England getting the momentum. Boundary of the second ball. And slowly they are back into this game and in the rhythm as well. The two experienced players from England getting some important runs. And there you go, another boundary, back-to-back boundaries for Shiva Brunt. She's playing exceptional innings after coming back from injury. Terrific display of intent from Nat Shiva Brunt. Just wonderful batting. Back-to-back boundaries, finding the gap again. And the partnership is 50 up between both the batters. And they'll get single at the long on. But 2 boundaries in a row. That will build some confidence for England women. Back-to-back singles. And that's the end of the over. $11 runs coming from it. 2 boundaries from this over. And if we look at those boundaries, nicely played, picking up that gap between fine leg and backward point. And another boundary again between fine leg and deep square leg. 2 boundaries from Nat Shiva Brunt in this over. England women 79 for 3 after 11. Kaka back into the attack and she's welcomed with a boundary. And at Shiva Brunt, she's looking in a fine form. That's her 6th boundary. And again finding the gap in the fine leg region. And now if we look at that timeline, they have improvised a lot. Getting boundaries every over. Currently playing at the run rate of close to 7.5. And that's a great comeback after losing 3 wickets. 2 again. And with that, she's on 40. Still 4 balls left in this over. And now they are getting runs. 8 from that 9th over. 10 from that 10th over. 11 from that 11th over. And let's see how many they'll get in this one. And that was a great drive, another boundary. And England now getting run consistently. Again 2 boundaries in this over. Still 2 balls left. 11 runs so far. Nicely played in that deep backward point. Excellent timing from Heather Knight. And that's a good comeback delivery from Kaka. But a bit expensive so far. Last ball of this over. Let's see what will we see from that last delivery. And just a single again to end this over. 12 runs coming from it. Not expensive over from Kaka. England 91 for 3 after 12. And these two have done really well after losing that 3 wickets. Partnership of 68 or 52. Nat Shiva on 41. Heather Knight on 27. Let's see who's gonna ball the next over. South Africa would be desperate to break this partnership. They are going really well and getting important runs for the team. And they have come back strong. Mlaba back into the attack. 2 of that first ball. And this time it's in the air. And that's another wonderful hit. Hit the Knight with another boundary. And now they are showing some class. Both the batters are looking in top form. And now she's leading. Skipper is leading an incredible fight back after losing those 3 early wickets. England are right back in this with the crowd behind them. That's a classy stuff from Heather Knight. And it's the highest partnership for any wicket for England versus South Africa in Women's T20 World Cup. Two more. Just 2 balls left in this over. 8 runs so far. And just a single to end this over, and with that single it's 100 up for England women. Just excellent batting from this pair. 9 runs coming from this over. And England, after 13th over, 100 up after losing 3 wickets. Nat Shiva-Brunt, she's on 41, Heather Knight on 36, and that's a good looking partnership. They have just built an inning after that 3rd wicket, 77 of 58, and South Africa still struggling to break this partnership. Nadine de Klerk back into the attack with a 2nd over. There's an appeal, but umpire was not interested. Between de Klerk, she had a great effort. There was a valiant effort from de Klerk and in that previous over, where Heather Knight finds the gap over that extra cover region. She dives near the fence, gets a hand on the ball but fails to contain it from hitting the rope. But that was a good effort from her. Single again. And in that cover region, that's a boundary. Nat Shiva getting close to a half century. And that's a great comeback from the captain. Excellent shot in that backward square leg. Just 2 balls left in this over. South Africa, if we look at their bowling lineups, let's see how many bowlers they have used so far. Marison Cap, Shabmin Ismail, Ayabonga, there you go, 2nd boundary of this over. And Nat Shiva just 1 run away from a 50. Just excellent display with the bat. And skipper leading from the front. And Brunt, Nat Shiva-Brunt continues to pick up the boundaries. First behind the square, now this time towards that fine leg region. Last ball of this over. And so far 9 runs have came from it. And there you go, back-to-back boundaries. And she's looking unstoppable, and with that boundary, 50 comes up for the captain. And it has been a wonderful knock from her. "13 runs from the over. Expensive 2nd over for Nadine de Klerk. And what a fine shot to end this over as well. Between mid-wicket and long on. England 113 for 3 after 14, and it's time for drinks break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a short break. जल्दी लौटेंगे एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद. Here we are back after the drinks break. And that's the 850 in T20 World Cups for Nat Shiva-Brunt, and a second in the semi-finals. Mlaba back into the attack with a third over. Starts with the dot balls. चलिए अभी तक अच्छी शुरुआत हम कह सकते हैं इंग्लैंड के लिए. And there you go, first run, single for the night. And what a recovery this has been from England. They were reduced to 23 for 3 in the fourth over, but the pair of Shiva-Brunt and Knight had steadied the ship brilliantly with an unbeaten 90-run stand. Now it's 92. Both have kept South Africa at bay and have laid the platform for a strong finish. And now South Africa, they need a breakthrough. They need to end this stand. Otherwise things would go worse for them. Let's see, can they find it? That's the end of the over. Just 3 runs coming from it. Mlaba. England 116 for 3 after 15 overs. Let's see who's gonna ball the next over. So far, they have used 6 bowlers in this first innings, and after that 3 wickets. They're struggling to break this partnership. Yeah, they have used 6 bowlers: Madison Cap, Shabmin Ismail, Ayabonga Khaka, Mlaba, Nadine de Klerk, and Low Tryon. Ismail back into the attack with the final over. Let's see, can she get that breakthrough? A dot ball to start this over. Shabmin Ismail bowling from over the wicket. And can she break this partnership? In the air. But it landed safe, just a single. And in that 15th over, they didn't get any boundary. And I think that's the only over after a long time where England didn't get any boundary in that over. Another single. Single at the long off. That's a good start for Ismail. Just 2 of that first 3 balls. Single at the long on, single at the mid wicket. And that's the boundary. And hit the Knights. She's on 44 now, close to 50. And this partnership is looking dangerous. 99 of 74. Just 1 run away from that 100-run stand between Shiva-Brunt and Knight. And no stopping this one. That was excellent hit from Hit the Knight. Still 2 balls left. And that's a single. So far 7 runs coming from it. Still a ball left in this over. Hit the Knight to play the last ball. Oh, that's an opportunity missed. That's a drop. And this could prove costly. They need a wicket and they can't do a mistake here. Oh ho ho. That should have missed. That shouldn't have missed. Dot ball to end this over. Just 7 runs coming from it. And a 100-run partnership between the duo. England 123 for 3 after 16. Nat Shiva-Brunt on 55 of 39. Hit the Knight 45 of 40. Just 5 runs away from half century as well. And can South Africa break this partnership now? Ayabonga Khaka back into the attack with a 3rd over. Ismail ends the spell. 2 for 31 from a 4 overs. Over the wicket, Khaka starts off with a single. Khaka with her 3rd over now. Couple of runs. Couple of runs at deep mid wicket. And single again. And if you look at the projected score from here, I think they should reach anywhere around 160 is still possible. Maybe more than that. But I think 160 is what they can close to be. In the air again. And it's a maximum and the first one of this innings. And Hit the Knights brings up her 50 in style. Just clearing that deep mid wicket. That's a massive hit. And what a way to reach half century. Both the batters are looking unstoppable and are now in good form. First maximum for Hit the Knight and first maximum for England as well. And there you go, back to back. Back to back, 2 big hits. And there's a clean strike into the leg side. And now a boundary in that deep extra cover region. Hit the Knight receiving a standing ovation from her side. Last ball of this over. And this is what England needed after that jittery start. And just a single to end this over. Beautiful batting from both the batters. Partnership of 115 of 82. And that's an expensive over from Khaka. 15 runs coming from it. England 138 for 3 after 17. Just 3 overs are left in this first innings. And projected score, as we said earlier, it should be anywhere around 160, 170 now. Let's see who's gonna ball the next over. Nadine Clark back into the attack with a third over. Both the batters are playing after completing their half century. De Klerk to ball the 18th over. This time it's in the air and that will go over the fence. One bounce, boundary. And now there is no stopping. South Africa, the struggle continues. Partnership is going big every over. Swung away in the gap by Nat Shiva into that deep mid wicket. In the air again, and that's huge. This time it's even better. And now they are very close to 150 on the scoreboard. Just one run away. Just brilliant display of batting from the skipper as well as Hither Knight. 11 runs so far. This is proving to be expensive again. That swung away into the leg side and it sails over Brits at the deep mid wicket. Just outstanding. Still 3 balls to go. And England skipper on fire. And everything going right for the England here. And South Africa under immense pressure. 85 meters maximum over that deep mid wicket. Still 3 balls to go. And this is the overall 6th time and the 2nd time for England women when 2 batters scored 50 plus in the same innings in a World Cup knockouts after against India women at North Sound in 2018 semi-final. And let's wait for the next ball. Total dominance from both the batters. South Africa under pressure. Winning the toss, choosing to ball first. They started really well. Getting those 3 wickets in the power play. And now the things have changed totally. There we go, another boundary. And the on-field umpires are having a look at the ball which has been damaged. But there you go, another boundary. "15 runs so far from this over. And the 130th is now the highest partnership in Women's T20 World Cup knockout fixture. That's a great achievement from these batters. And that brings up the 150 for England. What do you think? Is 180 still looking realistic? I think 175, 180 still possible from here. Single again. Last ball of this over. Single at the long off. And dot ball. A dot ball to end this over, and that's an expensive over from Nadine de Klerk. 16 runs coming from it, 2 boundaries and a maximum. England 154 for 3 after 18. Just 2 overs left in this first innings. If you look at the projected score from here, I think 175, 180 is still possible. Let's see, can they get there? They still have plenty of wickets in hand, some good all-rounders. Freya Kemp, Dan Gibson, Charlie Dean. Mlaba with a final over. Starts off with 2 runs. And there you go, finally, the partnership has been broken. And Nat Shiva-Brunt, after that wonderful knock of 75, now she has to go. "75 of 47, 11 boundaries and a maximum." And this time she's caught by Thasnim Brits. And that's the end of the skipper's inning. Shiva-Brunt departs for 75. England 156 for 4. Freya Kemp, new batter in at number 6. But end of a sensational knock from the England captain. And she gets a standing ovation on her way back to the dressing room. Freya Kemp, the new batter in, gets off the mark with a single. It's a leg by. This time it's in the air. And there you go, another wicket. And 2 set batters are out, but the damage has been done. They have done the job. And back to back 2 big wickets in this over. First it was Shiva-Brunt, and now it's Heather Knight. Laura Wolwart making no mistake. She's been caught out. So far in this over, Mlaba striking 2 wickets. 3 runs, 2 wickets so far in this over. And now 2 new batters on the crease for England women. Dan Gibson, new batter in at number 7. And double strike from Mlaba. And how important will this be? And that was chipped in the air and taken by Wolwart. Gibson gets off the mark with 2 runs. Last ball of this over. And Heather Knight departs in the same over as Shiva-Brunt. 2 quick wickets and important ones for South Africa as they look to restrict England under 170. And just a single to end this over. Excellent over from Mlaba, getting the wicket of 2 set batters. 6 runs and 2 wickets from this over. England 160 for 5 after 19. And with that, we have reached towards that final over of this first innings. Can England get over 170 or not? Let's find out. It's Ayabonga Khaka into the attack with the last over. It's in the air. Landed safe, just a single. And South Africa have been penalized for slow over rate. South Africa have been penalized for slow over rate. An extra fielder comes up inside the ring for the final over, and which will be bowled by Bonga Khaka. Gibson flicks it to the mid wicket for a single. Just 5 balls remaining in this first innings. Can they cross over 170? What do you think? Will they get 170 or more than that? And that's a good start for Khaka. First dot ball of this over. That's brilliant line and length. Freya Kemp yet to get a first runs. That was a nice delivery. She was beaten this time. This time they'll get an extra. Missing that line. It's been given wide. Still 4 balls left. And this time they'll get a single. And Freya Kemp opens her account. Can we see any boundaries or maximums? 2 all-rounders at the crease for England. 3 balls to go. Another dot ball. It's looking to be a good over from Khaka. So far just 3 runs coming from it. 2 balls to go. And it's in the air. Haha, that was a good attempt, but just 2 runs. Good running between the wicket. Kemp and Gibson. And with that, we have reached toward the final ball of this first innings. And so far, I would say clever bowling from Khaka. England 165 with last ball left in this over. So far, she has been excellent. And there you go, boundary to end this over. And what an end. Dan Gibson, it's a bye, but they'll get that 4 runs. And boundary with the bye boundary, end of the innings. England 169 for 5 after 20 and 9 runs from that final over, and getting that 5 runs over that third man region. And England would be happy with this total. And it doesn't matter how it comes. Boundary to end their innings. And it's time for innings break as well. And if you look at the scorecard, the highest run getter for England women in this first innings, Nat Shiva-Brunt, scored 75 of 47. And at the night, 58 of 47. Building a solid partnership to get this total of 169. And the highest partnership, 133 of 90 balls between Nat Shiva-Brunt and Ethan Knight. And with that, that's the end of the innings. And if you look at the bowling scorecard, Shabnim Ismail and M. Lava getting 2 wickets each, and Madison Cap getting a wicket. Wow, what a game we have on our hands. Let's see, can South Africa, will they be able to chase it? We'll find out that in second innings, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with the second innings chase shortly after the innings break. तो जल्दी लौटेंगे एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद. Okay, welcome back to the run chase. The players and umpires are out in the field again for the second innings. And the sun is shining over. Perfect conditions for high quality cricket match. Thasmin Brits, Laura Walwart are the opening batters for South Africa. And Lindsay Smith to open with the ball for England women. England register 169 for 5 after losing the toss and batting first in the second semi-final of Women's World Cup here at Oval. South Africa get a superb start with the ball, but the experienced Nat Shiva-Brunt alongside Heather Knight turned the tables for a strong England total. Here we go, first ball. And that's the first run for South Africa. Laura Walwart, she gets off the mark with a single. And first run on the scoreboard as well. So far, it's a good start for England. And can we see some swing? Pacers have done really well on this pitch. And there you go, another dot ball. This time it stays low. And with that dot, last ball of this over. So far, just one run coming from it. South Africa need a good start. Power play would be important for them. And last ball. And single again. Both the batters get off the mark in this over. Just 2 runs coming from it. South Africa 2 for none after first over. Lights are on and the weather is much cooler now. This is an excellent chasing ground and South Africa will be buoyed by how well they finished with the ball. Let's see how they bat in next 5 overs power play. How many runs they'll get. Tidy start from Lindsay Smith. Lauren Bell with the other side. Will operate from other end. 46 innings, 64 wickets in a T20 career. And there's an appeal. First ball. Umpire not interested. Lauren Bell, right arm fast medium with a first over. Welcome to the chase, everyone, on the YooCric. This is second semi-final between England women and South Africa women. One slip for Bell. Slip in a place. And that's a good shot. They'll get 2 this time. Two runs at that mid wicket. Let's see South Africa when they'll get that first boundary or maximum. Required run rate close to 9. They need a good start. 3 balls to go. देखते हैं 3 गेंदें. This time it will be called wide. Oh, it's a ball. Let's just see. Yeah, it's a wide. And that's back-to-back wide balls from Lauren Bell. Just missing the line. 2 extras from this over. Way too short. And it's in the air. And that's the first boundary of this innings. And Tasmin Brits gets the first boundary. And they needed some. That would give them some confidence. Just 2 balls. Taking that aerial route, finding the fence. Lofted, downtown. First boundary. And with that single, last ball to be played by Wolwart. So far, it's been an excellent over for South Africa. 9 runs. Still a ball to go. And that's a dot ball to end this over. But excellent one for South Africa. 9 runs coming from it. South Africa 11 for none after 2. Still 4 overs are left in this power play. And let's see how many runs they'll get it. South Africa, they still need 159 runs in 108 balls. Lindsay Smith, that's a welcome boundary. And second one for Tasmin Brits. And now she's looking in a good touch as well. They need 8 to 9 runs per over to win this game. Lindsay Smith continuing with a second over. And this time she gets a thick edge. It runs away fine to beat the backward point. Single again. Laura Wolwart. Let's see, can she get a first one? Another single to that extra cover. South Africa slowly building a momentum in this run chase. They just need to hold their wickets. Wickets would be crucial in this run chase for them. And there you go, another boundary. Tasmin Brits. She's looking in a good form. Third boundary. And 2 in this over. Finding the gap in that deep backward point. Nicely played by Brits. And there you go, back to back. Nah, it's just a dot. It's just a dot. Good timing on the drive from that boundary. And just a dot ball to end this over. And that's another good over for South Africa. 10 runs coming from it. 2 boundaries, 2 singles. South Africa women 21 for none after 3. And they still need 149 in 102 balls. Wolvaart on 2. Tasmin Brits on 17. And this is the start they were looking for. And let's see. England would be looking for their first breakthrough as well. South Africa got 3 wickets in the power play. It's been a scratchy and undisciplined start with the ball from England. Lauren Bell back into the attack, starts with a dot. And just a single, first run of this over. Back-to-back singles. So far, it's a good start from Lauren Bell. Just 2 from first 3 balls. They need some tight overs, some economical overs, and a breakthrough. Let's see, can they get anything in this power play? And there you go, another boundary. And first boundary for the skipper. And she joins the party as well. Laura Wolvaart getting a boundary of the 7th ball. Both the batters are now playing at the strike rate of 100. Drill down the ground this time by Wolvaart for a boundary. 2 full and punished. That was a lovely shot from the skipper. Last ball of this over. And that was really hit hard. Beating Shiva Brunt, diving over the ball at mid-off. But she couldn't stop it. That was smacked hard. And just a single. And with that single, she'll keep the strike. 7 runs from this over. South Africa women 28 for none after 4. And they still need 142 runs in 96 balls to win this game. And let's see, can we see some change in the ball for England women? They have just used 2 bowlers so far in this first 4 overs. And there you go, that's the first change. And welcome boundary, Laura Wolvaart. And what a hit. First ball boundary. And time for some spin. Charlie Dane is into the attack. And greets Dane in style. Right arm off break. Charlie Dane comes into the attack. And immediately puts the new bowler under pressure. Nicely played. And that's a single. And that's a good comeback from South Africa after that slow start. England would be looking for the wicket. They need to break this partnership. And couple of runs. Yeah, but it 2 byes. It's been called byes. Seven so far coming from it. Last 2 balls. Just an over left in this power play to hit the fine leg from that byes, and then a single. With that last ball left in this over. And if you look at that ball, Jones behind the stumps fails to collect it cleanly and conceding that 2 byes runs. After that single at the long on, dot ball to end this over. 8 runs coming from it. South Africa 36 for none after 5. And that's the last over of this power play. And let's see how many more they can get from it. England still struggling to find their first wicket. And let's see who's gonna bowl the next over. Okay, it's Lindsay Smith back into the attack. And change of ends for Lindsay Smith. Two runs to start this over. Tasnim Brett's 21 of 18, 3 boundaries. Laura Wolwart 13 of 13, 2 boundaries for her as well. Getting that 2 runs over that third man. And then a single. And there you go, boundary. Laura Wolwart slowly changing her gears. And that's her third boundary. Nicely played towards that long on region. Finding the gap again. And lovely use of the feet as well. There you go, back to back. Oh, it's a wicket this time. And finally, the partnership has been broken. And Lindsay Smith getting a first wicket of a third over. She's been caught out. And this keeper was just looking in form. It was in the air and taken by Eccleston. Laura Wolwart departs for 17. And that was an absolute stunner at mid-on from Sophie Eccleston. What a take from her. Lindsay Smith draws the first blood for the team. South Africa 43 for 1 after 5.4 overs, and new batter in and Dixon. New batter in at number 3. Let's see. Now they would be looking for another build up in the partnership. Okay, with that wicket, it's time for drinks break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back and we'll resume the game after this short drinks break. Okay, we are back. Drinks break has been done. And we have seen Charlotte Edwards, the England coach, into the field, and huge Sophia Eccleston. South Africa 43 for 1. That's the end of the over. 7 runs coming from it. South Africa 43 for 1 after 6. Thusbin Bridge 22 of 19. Andy Dickerson yet to get a first runs. Lindsay Smith getting a first wicket. And that's the end of the power play. And field restrictions are now over. And let's see who's gonna win from here. Let's have a look at the win probability for both the teams. Okay, at this moment England are looking a bit strong. They are around 86% favourites. South Africa, they need to do well with the bat. Let's see, can they do it? Terrific over from Lindsay Smith to end the power play. Sophia Eccleston introduced into the attack. Starts off with a single. Single at the mid-on. Sophia Eccleston, 110 innings, 152 wickets in a T20 career. In the air this time. But just a single landed safely. And welcome back everyone. And there's a missed opportunity as well. Another chance missed by England. Single again of that third ball. Charlie Dean puts down a chance at mid-off. Moves backwards, leaps up in the air and gets a left hand on the ball but puts it down. Dixon gets a live on duck, but now she's off the mark. So far just singles in this over. They are just rotating the strike. South Africa need a good partnership from here. And someone's need to step up, get going, try to find some boundaries. With that dot ball, last ball left in this over. And there you go, another dot ball. And that's a fine start from Eccleston. Just 4 runs from it. South Africa 47 for 1 after 7. Just 4 singles in this over. And if you look at the bowlers so far used by England, they have used 5 bowlers now. 5th one joins in, Freya Kemp. Another new bowler has been introduced. Lindsay Smith, Lauren Bell, Charlie Dean, Sophie Eccleston, and now Freya Kemp. South Africa currently way behind after losing their captain. They need some big overs. Freya Kemp starts off with a single. Single at the covers. And there you go, back-to-back singles to start this over. And England bowlers slowly building pressure. Required run rate is close to 9.5. And there you go, another wicket. It was in the air and taken again. And the struggling innings of Dickerson comes to an end. Between she got another chance. But this time, she has to go. Mistimed in the air and taken by Knight at the backward point. And that's the end of the innings for Dixon. She departs for 3. South Africa 49 for 2 after 7. Freya Kemp finally gets rid of Dickerson, who was dropped on duck by Charlie Dean. South Africa lose their second wicket in the 8th over. Marison Cap walks into bat at number 4. The right-handed batter. And the hunt for solid partnership is still on for South Africa. Let's see, can she turn the game for the team? Experienced batter. experienced all-rounder, 104 innings, 1700 plus runs in a T20 career. And that's a great start for Freya Kemp in her first over. Madison Cap gets off the mark with a single. Still 2 balls to go. And with that dot ball, last ball of this over. So far, just 3 runs and a wicket coming from it. Husband Brits. Someone has to step up, get some runs, get some big hits. And just a single again from that last ball. Excellent over from Freya Kemp, getting another breakthrough. 4 runs and a wicket from this over. South Africa finally 50 up. 51 for 2 after 8. Let's see. Eccleston back into the attack with a second over. And starts off with a single. South Africa, they need some big overs to stay in this run chase. They need to improvise their current run rate. Try to play around 7 to 8 or maybe 8 to 9. Required is reaching close to 10. Single at the long off. Another single. And this time good shot, but they'll just get 3 runs. So close to the boundary, but good running between the wicket. Nicely played by Thasnim Brits. Another single with that last ball of this over. So far, just 6 runs coming from it. Can we see some boundaries or something of that last ball? South Africa need at least a boundary every over. Required run rate has crossed 10 now. And just a single to end this over. 7 runs coming from it. South Africa 58 for 2 after 9. And there's an appeal. Frackham with the first ball. Umpire again not showing any interest. Dot ball to begin. South Africa under pressure. Struggling to find boundaries. Singles and doubles won't help from here. They need to find at least a boundary every over. And there was an LBW appeal, but umpire denied it. Single at the square leg. And they're continuing to deal the runs in singles. So far, just rotating the strike rate between the batters. Just 2 balls left in this over. And I think they should try to find some gaps. Try to hit hard. Maybe a boundary or 6 could help them in this run chase. But singles would make it more difficult. Last ball of this over. And there you go, just a single to end this over. Just 5 singles. Freya Kemp. And we are at the halfway mark now. South Africa 63 for 2 after 10. And they need 107 in 60 balls to win this game. Required run rate is heading close to 11 now. Someone needs to attack, either Cap or either Brits. And there you go, that's the much needed boundary. And Tasman Braids finally breaking the shackles. And after a long interval, South Africa getting a boundary. And they need much more like this. And that's a brilliant start in this over. Charlie Dean back into the attack with a second over. That's a welcome boundary for Proteas. Nicely hit by Brits over that long off. This time short of the length. Brits missed times. The sweep shot. And there you go, another wicket. And it's Madison Cap. She's been caught out. And South Africa losing another wicket. And now they have lost 3 wickets. And Madison Cap just 5 runs. And that's a huge wicket for England. Leading edge and taken at the extra cover. Cap is sent back cheaply on 5. And Nat Shiva taking that catch at the extra cover. And that's the end of the innings. Cap departs for 5. Sunelu, new batter in at number 5. South Africa 68 for 3 after 10. Still 2 balls left in this over. Sunelu, another excellent all-rounder. 110 innings, 1800 plus runs in a T20 career. She's in at number 5. Back in the lineup in the place of Dane van Niekerk. With that dot, last ball of this over. And Sunelu gets off the mark, and that's the end of the over as well. 6 runs and a wicket. Charlie Dean getting a first wicket as well. South Africa 69 for 3 after 11. Let's see who's gonna bowl the next over. But South Africa, they are in deep trouble. Required run rate is above 11 now. They need at least a boundary or a maximum every over to make these run chase possible. Dan Gibson, another new bowler, has been introduced by England. Starts off with a dot ball. And the chase is getting difficult every over for South Africa women. Winning the toss, choosing to bowl first. But things have turned after that partnership between Nat Shiva-Brunt and Heather Knight. So far, it's been a good start, but that's a boundary of the 4th ball. And Tasman Brits trying to keep the hope alive in this run chase. But they need to find more shots like this. So far, 5 runs coming from this over. Still 2 balls to go. They need at least 2 boundaries now. With that single, Sunelu to play the final ball of this over. Just 6 runs. Can Sunelu get a boundary or something? South Africa need some runs in this run chase. Some big overs. And there you go. Much needed shot to end this over. 2 boundaries. Dan Gibson, but it's from Bice, but that's okay. I think they'll take it. No matter, it's a boundary. 10 runs coming from this over. South Africa 79 for 3 after 12. Tasman Braids on 44 of 39. Sunelu just 2 of 5. Just 8 overs are left in this run chase, and South Africa need 91 runs to win this game. Let's see who's gonna ball the next over. And I think if you look at the number of bowlers England used in this run chase, let's have a look. Lindsay Smith, Lauren Bell, Charlie Dean, Sophie Eccleston, Freya Kemp and Dan Gibson. So they have used 6 bowlers in this run chase. Charlie Dean, Lindsay Smith and Freya Kemp getting a wicket each. Eccleston back into the attack. Starts off with a single. Sophie back for her 3rd over. At least 2 boundaries is what they need every over to stay in this chase. There you go, another single, nicely bowled. One zero, single dots. Can they find any boundaries in the next 2 balls? Required 100 has crossed 12 now. Things are getting much difficult. So it's for South Africa. Last ball of this over. And with that single on the long off, that's the end of the over. Just getting singles all over the ground at the long off, backward point, deep square leg, deep mid wicket. But singles won't do the job in this run chase. South Africa, they need their batters to shift their gears. Try to find some big overs. Just 4 runs coming from it. South Africa 83 for 3 after 13. And it's Lauren Bell, the right arm pacer, back into the attack with a 3rd over. Dot ball to start this over. And South Africa still looking under pressure. Sunelu playing so slow. What a slow start for her. Just 4 of 9 balls. Tasman Brits 46 of 42. Someone has to step up, hit some big hits, find some boundaries or maximums. Required run rate getting close to 13 now. Singles doubles won't help. And we'll see a lot of slower balls from Bell as it's a go-to delivery outside of power play. And the tactics have worked for England. They have kept batters under control, bowled really well. Just singles. We are not seeing anything else apart from singles. And there was a chance as well, direct hit. Would have had her, but she was lucky. Brits has to dive in the crease. Otherwise, there would have been another wicket. But she was lucky this time. 2 runs again for Sunelu, and the struggle still continues for her. 11 balls played, no boundaries, no maximums. And there you go, that's the first boundary for Sunelu. But they need in clusters, they need boundary in clusters, but much needed for South Africa. Finding the gap towards that long on. Excellent shot from Sunelu's. Last ball of this over. And there you go, another breakthrough. And Sunelu, after hitting a boundary, she's been caught out. South Africa losing another wicket. And Lauren Bell with a first wicket as well. And she gets her revenge in the very next delivery. Another fabulous catch by Eccleston. And Sunelu, just after hitting the boundary, she departs for 11. South Africa 91 for 4 after 14. And it's time for drinks break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the chase. बने रहिए योक्रिक पे, जल्दी लौटेंगे एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद. And there you go. After that boundary, another wicket has been lost. And it's Tasman Reds, the in-set batter, in form and set batter. And South Africa, the innings is slowly fading away. And again, skipper taking that catch. And Tasman Reds, after that half century, she departs for 51. South Africa 95 for 5 after 14. And Brits falls right after getting a boundary. And after completing her 50 as well, another simple catch for Shiva Brunt, and half of the South African side is back in the pavilion. Low try and right-handed batter comes to the crease. And now there are two new batters on the crease for South Africa. And things have become much more difficult in this run chase for them. Charlie Dane, 2 wickets. Tryon gets off the mark with a single. And it's certainly looking like an end for South Africa. Is it still possible from here? The chances are very slim. Tryon this time clips it towards that mid wicket for a single. De Klerk, she also gets off the mark with a single, but I think singles are making things difficult for South Africa in this run chase. Required run rate has now reached 14. Last ball of this over. And single again from that last ball. And with that, that's the end of the over. Charlie Dane with a wicket and 7 runs from it. South Africa 98 for 5 after 15. And they still need 72 in 30 balls to win this game. Can Nadine de Klerk and Low Tryon, can they make this chase possible? Let's see. Thanks everyone for joining and watching with us at YooCric. This is second semi-final D20 of Women's World Cup. And just 5 overs are left in this run chase. Freya came back into the attack with a dot ball. चलिए वैसे ज़्यादा कुछ बचा नहीं है इस मैच में, वन साइडेड मुकाबला नज़र आ रहा है. And that's a good start for Freya Kemp. Back-to-back dot balls to start this over. And slowly it's looking like a one-sided contest. So far, it's been a great over from Freyakim. Just a single. Still 2 balls to go. And it's 100 up with that single. South Africa. 100 up in the 16th over. Last ball left. So far, just 2 runs coming from it. The pressure has been immense on the batters now. And it's looking close to impossible. And with that single, that's the end of the over. Just 3 runs coming from it. South Africa 101 for 5 after 16. De Klerk on 2. Tryon on 4. And required run rate has reached 17 now. And here we go. Charlie Dean back into the attack with the final over. And Tryon getting a first boundary as well. But is it too late? Back-to-back boundaries for Tryon. 12 runs. Still a ball to go. Is there any hope now? Let's see. And dot ball to end this over. Just 12 runs coming from it. South Africa 113 for 5 after 17. And they still need 57 runs to win in 3 overs. And that's a great start. Eccleston, de Klerk welcomed her with a boundary. They still need 53 in 17 balls. Is it still possible? Let's see. Required 100 is at 18. Close to 19, I would say. इससे ज़्यादा कुछ बचा है नहीं. देखते हैं. 52 चाहिए 16 पे. देखते हैं यहाँ से कर पाते हैं या नहीं. बहुत मुश्किल रहेगा. बट लेट्स सी. And there you go, another wicket. And that's the end of Tryon's inning. And this time she's been bowled by Eccleston. And she picks up her first wicket as well. And she cleans her up. Tryon departs for 12. And Eccleston enters the wicket column. South Africa 118 for 6. And Sinalo Jafta, new batter in at number 8. With that dot ball, that's the end of the over. And end of the spell for Eccleston as well. She finishes with 1 for 21. South Africa, they still need 51 in 12 balls. And there you go, another wicket. South Africa. The innings is coming to an end. And this time it's a mix up. And there's a run out. And Sinula Jafta. She departs for just one run. And Virat hits the bullseye, and Jafta has no chance of getting back. She departs, and South Africa 7 down now. Khaka walks in at number 9, the right-handed batter. So far, it's been an excellent over from Lauren Bell. 4 dot balls and a wicket. And there you go, that's a boundary. Khaka gets off the mark in style. Last ball of this over. And that's the end of the game. England won this match by 40 runs and just outclassed them in this run chase. Even after winning the toss, South Africa won the toss, chose to field first, but it didn't matter anyway. That's it. England have produced a commanding all-round performance to outclass South Africa by 40 runs here at Kennington Oval. With this convincing victory, England reached the Women's T20 World Cup final for the 5th time in the tournament's history. It now sets up a mouth-watering grand finale on Sunday, where England take on arch rivals Australia in what promises to be a blockbuster contest. So thanks everyone for joining at the YooCric. And stay tuned. If you're new on this channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And keep supporting like this in the upcoming games as well. Okay, that's it from me for this game. This is Empapu signing off. Do keep joining us for more cricketing action all around the globe. Have a great time. Bye bye. See you all in the next game.